Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. We're taking a quick look here at Solana, seeing what's going on. This coin is cranking, man. I can tell you what, I love to see this here. I had to update my fib levels just before we started this video, and I can tell you we're looking pretty solid on almost every single front. But we'll go ahead and double check a few things from yesterday, make sure we give some quick congratulations as well to some community members there, because I'm super happy with not only their progress, but just the wonderful feedback I've been receiving too regarding our signals. So just to quickly note, swing trades, we took 30% off ICP yesterday in roughly 1 day and 17 hours. And then of course, Premium Plus, this is even better here. We got a Matic scalp 5%. Again, this is a day trading bot that I've created based on my day trading strategy. We can see Solana, 3 different trades here for Solana. 1 day, 2 hours, we hit our 4th profit target, 36%. Solana, 16 hours, 36% in 4 profit targets. And again, same thing here as well, 36% our 4th target in 1 day, 7 hours. Again, you may be asking yourself, why do we have 3 different trades open with Solana? Well, mainly because our trading bot gets a little crazy with finding good entry targets, and we got 3 really good fills in the $90 range, and the price is just going bonkers. So again, congrats again to our community members on that. That is pretty solid trading there. Again, that's our Premium Plus group. All that's available, link down below, cryptocash.tech. May want to consider registering soon, just because at the end of the year, we're going to have kind of a cutoff for how many members we can have in the community. I just like to make sure we have good one-on-one time with our members. Okay, so what I want to talk about here is liquidation. This is interesting. In the last 12 hours, we've seen a heavy concentration at 107 and 115. In other words, shorts and longs, prices roughly in between those levels. So honestly, anything could happen here, but you can see a heavy concentration of 110. So roughly 110 got liquidated. So anybody taking along at 110 got hit pretty hard. And if we zoom out a little further too, let's just say that look at the 7-day mark, because I was saying yesterday, do not short this coin. This is what happens when people short this coin. Look at how much concentration there. $100 even destroyed. 105 also destroyed. And then we saw 110, 112. I am happy to see though there's less shorts in the market in general here. As soon as the price came up to 118, I think the bears are starting to get the picture. Okay, so again, that is awesome stuff. Congrats on that. Again, those liquidation levels are important, so we understand roughly what we're looking at here moving forward, and just areas of potential interest. Right, we saw 107, and I think it was right there at about 116. Okay, so those are 2 areas that could potentially get liquidated here moving forward. And 110 recently got hit pretty hard with this candle wick down based on liquidation. So what we want to do is take a look at the daily time frame and work our way down. And just to quickly summarize, there's literally nothing that's changed here since last night. Stochastic RSI is maxed out so far. It probably will be for a little while. Traditional money flow index and RSI are both high. Above all moving averages, nothing to see here. Okay, 4-hour time frame tells us a little bit different of a story. We're ascending positively, of course, above all trend lines. Stochastic RSI is swinging down. This is normal, and this happens very frequently when prices overextend themselves like they had, right? And you can see again, plateau, price pulls back, comes up. Now again, funny thing is RSI, when it swings down like this here, it's usually a good sign to get in. And in this case here, kind of a good sign to get out. Now what I mean by that isn't necessarily you want to just close your position and take all your profits. It's just simply letting you know that this is swinging down for the first time, and the first swing down or up isn't usually as impactful as a second. So that basically just implies that we haven't found our top yet. But if we have, it could be this 118 range. Okay, so again, 118 could very well be that level. And again, if you see how almost exact that is, 118 almost to the dollar or to the cent, round numbers in trading are very consistent. Try not to trade round numbers. Try to trade just below or above those depending on the direction you're heading. The reason why I say that though is just because, yeah, it's very common for people to round off numbers where whales and others will not, and they have a tendency of taking profit sooner than you do. Okay. Again, they're in line faster and quicker, a lot of reasons, but mainly because they're not using round numbers. So just some friendly advice, do not do that. Take a look at TD sequential here, up to a 6, no surprise there. We've got roughly somewhere in the range of 16 to 32 hours of continuation left as potential. We take a look at liquidity here at this level and fair value. There is a fair value gap down between 97 and 101. I do not think we're going to see that filled, but that is kind of in that lower level at 0.618. A lot of times those fair value gaps are wicked into and not officially filled for some time. Okay, so keep in mind that's just kind of hanging out there, not that big of a deal. The hourly though is going to tell us a decent amount. So with this being the 5th and final level, right? So in other words, with Elliott Wave, we've seen the price action pulling up, down, up, down, up, down. On the hourly time frame, again, this is a little different than the 4-hour. 4-hour tells us we might see one more leg up or one more phase up. In this phase here with the smaller time frames, it's good to understand and acknowledge that we should see a lower low and a lower high and a lower low. Okay, we've already seen our lower low. Look how perfect that is. 0.382 bounce off 107.50, almost exact. Price wicks back up. We very well could see a lower high, somewhere in the range of 114, perhaps even 116 to wipe out those liquidation levels, and then pull back down to this low 100 range, which would make sense here. 0.618 at 101 even is effectively a decent area to consider a long position. Okay, so again, to me personally, if I'm going to consider adding to my position or more so, just taking a new long, I would wait for one of these levels. Okay, so 101, 104.20 or 104.47. Again, you might want to do 101.50. You might want to do 104.40. Levels just above those areas so you can ensure you get filled on the long. Again, that's not a guarantee, but at this point here, it's looking very likely we're going to see an ABC pattern just because we have to retrace and calm down. As you take a look at TD sequential, we hit a 9 here, plateaued, had a little bull pennant pattern, right? Price breaks out, shoots all the way up, coming back down now. So it's a strong likelihood we're going to see, at least one more leg down moving forward before it legs up. The reason why that's good is because we want to see that. Believe it or not, retracement is very healthy. We cannot calm down and relax and let people take their profit. Later, we're going to have some serious greed on our hands. It's going to be a big problem. So we don't want to see that. Last but not least here, just to summarize, Ichimoku Cloud looking fantastic here. All green lights, no reason to close your long position. So in summary, Solana's looking very strong. I highly recommend not shorting this coin. That's the common narrative right now. You're much better off taking a long that may or may never happen. And I know what you're saying. You're like, well, I waited for 97. I waited for 105. And they're gone now. Yes, that's exactly how FOMO works. Give it time. Be patient. I'm confident we'll be able to see some of these lower levels here relatively soon. But again, it's a very positive sign. We want it to happen. It's very good. Speaking of positive sign, I've got phenomenal feedback from our community regarding our Bitunix referrals here, basically. In other words, when you use this link to register, you get significant benefit rewards, but no KYC, no VPN, and they are just a significantly awesome exchange. So my favorite exchange that I've ever used, we're transitioning over to them because BingX and Bitget are requiring KYC and VPN. Full KYC for Bitget and VPN, KYC on the horizon for BingX. So be sure to check that out. Just want to make sure you're aware of that. They have some really awesome offers. These are all available in our Discord. I have walkthroughs in our Bitunix section, and of course, promos. You can get more information on this too. It does end at the end of the year. So be sure to take swift advantage of that. But I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. We will look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And make sure before you leave, like, subscribe, follow, all that stuff. Greatly appreciate it. Helps grow the channel. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day once again. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you if we don't see you again soon. Take care.